Okay, so hello, it's Riikka from Finland here today with you, and I'm hoping that you were here on the right time. It's my fault, sorry for the inconvenience. We changed the clock, so in USA we're starting an hour later than usual, but I'm thinking most of the Europe we're right on time. So what we're doing today is a layout using two drawing tools or things in another way. So this kind of thing. So let me just move the camera over and add some extra light. No, not that way. Now I'm stuck. Now you have a lovely view of my ceiling. And now you should be seeing what we're doing today. Let me just get the camera right. Sorry. Come on. No, better. And then the extra light, because it's really dark here in Finland. Let me just please focus. Just a bit more that away, I'm thinking. Now focus. Here's my hand, and now it's here. Hello. Maybe this isn't focusing. Well, hoping it will focus on this maybe. Is it the light? But it's too much light, so it can't focus. Let me just try this way. Hello. Focus. Sorry. Oh, come on. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, come on. No. Well, if I put it here, then it will focus. Let me just show you this first. So, why I wanted to show you this one, it's a special mini album done with 7 Studio December kit. And it's really special for me because I've designed the stencil and the chipboard in the kit. Yeah, I'm hoping you're seeing this right. And then let's start with the layout. Ah, great, now it focused on the layout. Maybe it was just too much light. So we're doing this today. Layout using Prima markers and then coloring a paste with the oil pastels. So let's get started. Just grabbing my paper. What we need first is gesso. Better focus now. Yeah. I was a bit worried. Somehow the extra light made it all blurry, so now you need to be in a bit darker, but at least it's focusing on the page. So what we need first is gesso to stop the alcohol markers to soak in the paper. Otherwise they'll just like be blurry. The effect is not good. So maybe I'm doing a bit different design. Let's put it here. So I'm just using white gesso and making this little area with it. Of course you could use the clear gesso as well, so then it would show only the colors on top and reveal the patterns of the paper. So both go. Oh, hi Letitia. Hi Katka. Let's dry it a bit. So here we go. A bit still wet on the wet side. Better get it really dry this time, or otherwise I'll ruin my markers. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's better. Now it's all dried. Yeah, Karen has a lovely layout done with the kit also. The one I showed the mini album about. And I have a video about the cover coming up as well. So now I'm choosing a few colors of the alcohol markers. And then just adding some random drawings and lines. Nothing too fancy. Oh, yeah. I bet you are now going like, what is she going on? Maybe a bit more. Okay, that doesn't look like much. I'm sure you're not liking that. But then let's add this one. So this is the blending solution. Now it's time for some magic. I'm just dripping the solution onto the paper, and as you can see, it starts to blend the markers immediately. So no more like random lines, just color. And what you can do, you can dry it, but as it's blending solution, it's alcohol, it has this quite strong odor. So well-ventilated area might be better. And anyway, it's really fast drying anyway. Like so. And maybe a bit more. Let's make a darker area here and there. And what you need for this technique to really work is the gesso. Because if you do this on regular paper, well, it doesn't work. And then let's add the blending solution again. Again, just dropping a few. For example, there I had the marker on directly on the paper and not on the gesso, and it's just a line. Yeah. No, it's not enough there. I don't want those lines to be showing. I put this on the markers. I do run that blending solution. So what you usually use with like alcohol inks, but as it is a blending solution that like blends also the alcohol marker. So now you have something like just colors created with markers. so you don't have to have like alcohol inks for this. Just use your markers in a new kind of way. And what we do on top, let me just think. Yeah, maybe we do that now. And then add later. So we're doing, let me just grab this and show you. This. That's a three-dimensional, a bit glossy thing, using the same colors, but of course we can't mix the alcohol inks with this base. That just, well, maybe using that one and a few tricks, maybe that would work. But what's a great thing to use as a colorant are the new Prima, like water. These are water soluble oil pastels. That was like really puzzling for me when I first read it, because oil pastels get reactive with water. That was like, what? But I really love these. The pigment is really, really intensive in those. And for example, compared to gelatos, it's much more pigment. I've done a blog post comparing these to a few other similar kind of crayons I owned. So Karen might put a link to that one if you want to read and see. But what I'm doing is just chipping off pieces from the crayons, a few colors, and using these as the color medium to my layout. Maybe yellow still. I'm putting these directly to my craft sheet, a bit further apart from each other, but just getting the tip of the crayon like so. And then I'm using the 3D gloss gel for the 3D base. So I'm just adding just a teeny tiny bit. We don't need much. It's just like just one stenciling. So there's not much needed. And then I'm mixing the oil pastel with the 3D gel. The palette knife will work best for this one, because you really need to get that like pieces of crayon melted or mixed into the gel. The more you mix, the better is the result, because then you get rid of all the little pieces of the crayon from the paste. Of course, you could mix these with soft gloss gel also, get a softer, more paint-like version, or color a gesso with it. Now we have green and turquoise ready. Okay, that's turning into a greenish mix because I didn't clean my palette knife, but no worries. That's just scraping the paint off and then lifting and pushing it so I get the mix done. And then I'm using the doily shaped stencil for this. Now I got all the gels like in the middle. So let me grab the green one first so I can move the layout more closely to the camera. Just a moment. Now you're seeing better. So I'm just getting the gel I just made and pushing it through the stencil. I'm trying to mix the colors a bit. And then the yellow one. Trying to be careful not to go over the stencil lines. And like so. Just move these away. Let me just wipe this one like that, clean, and then move this. So now what we have is a color on the bottom, like background, and then something 3D on top. And the 3D gel is now like white-ish, so it's a bit pastel looking, but when it dries clear, and so all the colors become more vibrant after that. And what we can use the like rest of this, we have the extra. I'm just adding water with a wet brush, making it a bit more fluent, because then we can use it to make splashes. And of course, if you add water, it doesn't stay that 3D, but anyway, it might give it a bit more body and a bit more height than just like adding plain crayon. A bit of that turquoise as well. Like that. Maybe I'll just put that one on there. And what we can now do is let this dry and get the photo and do a bit of the layering while this is drying. So for this layout I used an elephant gate photo from our trip to Berlin this summer. It was the Berlin Zoo, and this photo I'm using now is actually from the same trip, just a random door. First I'm cutting the photo. I tend to print out or order my photos so that it's the 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters photo, but there's a lot of white extra, so the photo itself is smaller. As the background paper is from 7 Dot Studio, I'm using also the 7 Dot Studio papers for the background layers. Maybe I'm adding this here, so just a hint of layering here. Let's use that one for layer. So this one is from the Verona Azul collection, and that's actually the other side of that one I have as a background. Maybe that smaller. Oh, hi Monica. So glad you could join. Let me see if I can make it with these few pieces. About that, maybe a bit further apart. Just layering all the pieces in my hand. So if I turn this 180 degrees, then I can have it like this, and maybe add this in here as well. Hello everyone! It's Riikka here today and Keren doing the moderating. What about like that? Maybe that's okay. So then I'm taking the magic tool, also known as the stapler. Yeah, now they're stuck together. And then I can layer my photo on top. And let's see if I need a few pieces for the balancing. Like that. Then I'm using the 3D dots for the mounting the photo. Stapler, hee. Yeah, I love using the stapler. It's so easy. I used to like tape every layer down. And first when I started making videos, I noticed how much the layout changed and the adhering part. I had one composition when I started and completely another one when I was finished with the like taping down all the layers. So then I saw at some video, or I'm not sure where, I saw that stapler first time and that was like, oh gosh, that's so great. So I'm thinking I'm putting this here, but let's keep it loose for a while because we can do this. While we wait the paste drying, let's work around it. So I have these small circular stamps. It's actually a bigger like stamp set, which is all in one piece, but I got those pieces loose, and it's from Scrap FX, an Australian company called Build a Flower, I think. So I'm stamping these here using the archival ink, but not the black one, although it seems really dark at the moment, but it dries a bit lighter. This is watering can, the lovely gray. Okay, I'm sounding okay. Yeah, is everybody hearing me like strangely or any sound at all? Okay, maybe should I add more volume? Just shout yes if you want me to add a bit more. Maybe where? There's 4, I need the 5th. Maybe I'll there. I'm hearing you clear. Right, okay, well, just give me a shout if you need more volume. And let's now use the markers what they are really for, like coloring. Let me just grab this one and show you. So I did a bit coloring as well, or drawing. There's some random dots here and there, and then I colored the stamped images. Yeah, we're a bit later in USA today than usually because we changed the clocks here in Finland. So in Finnish time we're like right on time, but luckily Karen was on top of things and let me know that I should be online when I was not online yet, but we got it figured out. We're using the Finnish time and like hoping everybody is tuning in. So what I'm doing is just coloring the stamped images just a bit here and there. And as you can see, the edge is not crispy because there's nothing to stop the color from soaking into the paper, because this is just regular paper. If you're using alcohol markers, you should have a glossy style paper instead of like regular one. Just to give a bit detail. Yeah, the stamps are from Scrap FX called Build a Flower. Of course, you can use any stamps, but I just thought the circular form was really nice. And there's a lot in that set. Okay, how these markers compare to Tim Holtz or Copic. Tim Holtz ones are distress markers, I'm thinking. So I'm thinking they are reactive with water. I don't have any, so correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't used those at all. But these are alcohol markers, so they won't react with water. Well, Copics are similar as these. I have a few Copics. And I'm thinking these are refillable because there's the nibs can be changed, but I haven't seen like refill bottles for these Copics I have. Okay, now we have this. Now let's add, where's my layers? There. Maybe I'm using the 3D dots here as well. Yeah, these look like gears. And actually there's a candy that looks like that also. But there's an actual flower in the set and all these kinds of little circular forms. You can mix and match. Okay, whoops. Well, maybe better to have the right way around the door. Yeah, there. Let's put it there. I'm trying to be careful not to mess the paste as it's still not completely dried. And then let's add a few details with the washi tape. Okay, let's get it started. Maybe a bit there. Oops. About a year ago I was really into washi tapes and now I got that all crooked. Oh gosh, let me try to fix it. But recently I haven't been using them as much, and like a month ago maybe I'd rediscovered them, and it was so fun because I have quite a few rolls and I haven't been using them, and now it was like, oh, I have these. Maybe I'll add a detail here as well, like to balance it out a bit. Just that, and these are the turquoise paper. No, I'm not putting my paper cutter on top, otherwise I have a paper cutter stuck to my layout. That might not be the thing. My washi tapes are from a Finnish shop, but it sells abroad also. The Finnish name is Teippitarha, and the English version would be Tape Garden. So there's a really good selection of different washi tapes. Like so. Oops. Just a protective coating, not the whole tape. Like so. And then we're using the alcohol markers once again to color the title, and then just a few finishing touches. Let me just move these a bit further apart. As that page was called Gate, maybe this one should be Door, but let me see if I have letters for, whoops, this way, for Berlin. I don't have any R's, but I could cut an R from there. Oh, there's R's. For Berlin, yeah. No, let's not put it upside down. Eiffel Tower, Louvre. Oh, you're in Paris now. Paris Flea Market, Palais de Versailles. Yeah, I've never been to Versailles. That's a dream of mine to go there. I've been to Paris, but not in Versailles. Washi tape, non-Japanese. Let me just... Different between Japanese and non-Japanese. Well, there is... Really, let me try to continue with the layout. But there is a difference between... Well, to be frank, there's huge difference between the original washi tape, which is MT, like masking tape, which is the original washi tape, and then there's different brands. But now there's like the other brands are getting better and better. because what's the huge difference between the different washi type? It's the how they stuck to paper and more about how they get off. Because the perfect washi tape is like you can glue it on and then take off again without damaging even paper underneath. But it still holds. Like you can put pictures on the wall or something if it's like painted wall, and it will stay. But the difference between the original or moreover, well, the Japanese are quite good in general, but the big difference is how they are holding and how they're coming off. So for me, the best tape is the MT, which is the original one and is sold in Tapetar, for example, the tape garden. But there's quite a lot of different manufacturers. Okay, now we have the title. Let's get on with that. Maybe yellow on top, like a sunlight. So I'm just grabbing my marker and coloring the top of each layer, like this. And the dot, like so. And maybe we can go with that one. And then I'm coloring the bottom and a bit like going over the seam, and then I go back with the yellow one, make it like blend together, so it's not like two tone or two separate color areas, but more like blended, like so. Maybe a bit further up here, there, and then let's take the yellow one. Pen swirls. Yeah, this is a special layout. This doesn't have any pen swirls. Lately I've been challenging myself actually to do without the pen or pencil swirls. But what I can't do, if you notice me doing a layout without splashes, then there's something maybe wrong. So like that, two-tone, like in here also. Then let's get the finishing touches and we're done. Yeah, I blended with the yellow. Of course there's a blender also, like colorless, just blending. But if you're using like a darker color and a lighter color, you can always blend with the lighter color. Now that the nib has the darker color in it, so if you start now coloring, for example here, you can see that it's not that sunny yellow, but as I continue, it starts to get the yellow, so it doesn't ruin the marker. Yeah, these are Prima alcohol pens, the Prima palette markers. They are called. They are sold in sets, but I've just put all the sets I have in this like container and use them from there. Yeah, then let me grab these here from here. Let's do the frame first. This is really easy peasy. So what I have here is the Prima wire thread. This is the stunning yellow, but of course there's many colors. Let's do just a couple of loops, then tie them together. Okay, just a moment. Sorry, Karen is asking me something. Okay, you're wanting to see the mini album again. Let me just finish this page really quickly, and then I can show you the mini album again, if that's the one you want. So like this, just getting it like behind a few corners, and it will stay there almost with that, like so. Just turning it a bit, and then I can staple it to really stay in put if my stapler is long enough. Usually the problem comes when I want to staple something in the middle of the page. So here it is. And then I'm adding the, or this way, nope, this is better. That one goes there, then we need those, and a few arrows to guide the eye in. For that I'm using the Epiphany Crafts chevron tool. You can also get the bubble caps for these, so they are like epoxy stickers, the bubble caps. But I'm just using it as a cutter. Sorry, that's a really loud like sound. I'm hoping you haven't. I'm not breaking your ears. Like so. And these could come here. These are just fun shapes to draw the eye in, and also in the first layout I was really craving for something like darker to the piece because it's just all colors. So just something to draw the eye in, like this direction, and then the flare there, and these are just a few like epoxy style stickers to continue that bubbling circle effect we're having. So like that, and then we're done. Well, of course I need to glue these. So it would be like this. Now I'm showing you the album. Where did I put it? So here. Aha, now it's focusing. At least I'm seeing it focused. So there's a few papers in the kit from the Euletide. I'm not sure how do you spell it in English. Collection, one from Lost and Found, a few from a past collection called Domestic Goddess. And then there's the tags, doilies. You really need to check that one out. I think Tusha made a wonderful job putting the kit together. And then there's, well, sorry for the advertising, but there's the stencil and the chipboard designed by me. And they were my first, so they are a bit, I wanted them look hand-drawn, but they were the first thing I did with the Adobe Illustrator, so they really look hand-drawn. But I wanted something completely different from the sets there are, because there's the nice like symmetrical style things, so these are different. So like that. But let me just get this one out again. So here was my sample, like so, and here's what I created now. So it was just all about using something like a pen or drawing tools in another way, as a pigment or as a coloring medium, and not just drawing. So let me just turn the camera around and say bye to you all. Let me see if I can get it around. Oh, come on. Now you're seeing just my hand. La! Here we go. Hello. So, thank you all for coming, and I really enjoyed that you came, and even though we had the minor, hello, it was my fault, minor issue with the time, with the clock changes, so it was great seeing you here, and thank you all for coming. Next week we have Karen doing a wonderful layout using 7 Dot Studio as well. And be sure to stop by our both blogs, because we have projects with the December kit from 7 Dot Studio coming up. And well, the artist live Facebook page is the best way to know when we have a show. But next week USA is also changing clocks. Oh, this week. So next Monday we should be on correct time. So thank you from me, and hope to see you on next Monday when I'm moderating and Karen is doing the layout. Okay, bye!